Hey YouTube, there's been some really big changes in the past few weeks here. So, for anybody that's followed my channel or even occasionally watches it, you've probably noticed that I like to post beer reviews anywhere from at least daily to, I've gone as long as I think 5 days without posting because I was just so busy. Well, some major changes happened here. So in an earlier video, I talked about finally moving back to my home state because the cost of living where I was at was just way too high. So I've been back home now for, I don't know, several months. And I was room sharing because I was looking for just the right place to move to. I wanted to hurry back and get home and then, just take my time looking around. There were a variety of reasons I did it that way. For one, it was just a long drive to go look at places to live, and it was taking a lot of gas, so I just, had a room share for a little bit. Anyway, now I'm, full-time again, and actually, as soon as I started, my commute was a minimum of an hour each way, just way too long. And I knew that. I was way out in the country. It wasn't meant to be long-term. So I spent day and night practically looking for a place to stay, or looking for a new home. And I found one. I jumped as fast as I could. Almost begged and pleaded, to get in because the location was great. I'm happy with it. It's a little noisy because it's right by a highway, but it has other things I was looking for. So, for the time I applied until I was approved, I think it was 2 days. It might have been 3 days. It wasn't long at all. So, from the time I applied until I had the keys, yeah, I think it was about 3 days. It was fast. So fast forward a little bit more. I've now been living in my new place for a couple of weeks, and the downside is that I have a lot of moving to do. My other places still have a little bit to bring over here because I only have weekends available. So not only am I still moving, but I've had a lot of things in storage for several years because where I was living before, upstate, I had no room to put anywhere. I was going to get a house up there and the cost of living, I said, I just can't do this. Well, now I'm trying to pull things out of storage, and that's going to take me probably a few weekends. It's a big storage unit. So that's kept me busy, getting dialed in here. I had my internet hooked up finally. Here's a funny little story about the internet. I don't mind cable, but I prefer DSL because it's not as shared as cable. It's a little bit cheaper. And I don't need breakneck speed. I'm not, when I hear guys going, oh my god, I need 1,500 megabits. I don't. So I've often used DSL, and I'm fine with it. So anyway, I called the phone company. They came out, tried to hook it up, and they ran some problems. They called a tech out. He actually had to go do some wiring at the central office. Well, anyway, here's the funny part though. So they're trying to find out, has this line ever been used here? Because everybody has cell phones, right? And I'm not sure who he called. He was down in the basement working, and he came back up and said, apparently, according to their records, the last time this phone was tested, and the line was tested, and they said it works, 1984, over 30 years ago. Just what? Yeah, it's almost 35 years ago. He's like, yeah, I'm sure that's still valid. Wow. I said, I'm sure nobody's ever had DSL in this, in this whole complex I live in. So, unless I didn't want cable, there's a variety of reasons I don't want to get into right now, but I just didn't want that. So anyway, took from the day I ordered it till it was up and running. I think it was 3 days, not bad at all. And so now I have my internet again. So now I'm back to working on videos, but slowly. Like I said, I still have a bunch of stuff to move, a lot of stuff to move, which is taking my time. And, being full-time now. So I definitely want to post more videos. I still have a huge backlog. My time's a little more limited right now, but I'm going to keep working on it. And, we'll get dialed into this place. We'll be living for probably a couple of years. And that's what's been going on. Yeah, just happy to have a new place now. Location is good for me. And getting dialed in. Real happy about it. So my place isn't huge at all, but I didn't need a mansion. It was a good location for below market rate for the size. Not fancy, but I'm not a glamorous person. like you couldn't tell by my appearance. So that's what's going on. More videos coming. To keep working on. I just posted some, but there's a lot more in the pipeline. So that's all I have for this update. Yeah, happy to have some subscribers. We'll get some more. And there are more beer reviews I'll be posting. I have a couple days off coming up. And I'm going to try and knock out at least a few reviews. So, all right, well, that's all for now. Cheers.